All right, here's a question which is coming in from Satyajeet Roy. He says, I have invested 20 lakh rupees in ICICI Balance Advantage Fund. Is it a right decision for 5 years? Now I want to top up 1 lakh rupees in this fund. Is that a right decision? So I'm presuming he's stayed invested for 5 years is what his point is. His second question was, what happened to REITs in India, which was announced in the 2014 budget? Well, it's been a slow starter, Satyajit, and you're right that there was a lot of anticipation over the years. In fact, why 2014? It goes back to almost a decade where we've been talking about REITs. They were originally regulatory issues in terms of who's going to regulate it. Then came the taxation issues. The budget announcement did make us feel that we'll have access to mutual funds kind of vehicles which would be investing in real estate of different kinds. But yes, pretty much a non-starter at this point of time. But your first question is something I'll toss to Surya.
Satyajit, you have picked up a good fund. I'm not going right now into debate about what's your risk appetite or a risk capacity from an investment point of view. But the fund which you picked up is a conservative balance fund, if I put it as a category of investment. It comes in the balance fund, and within the balance fund category, this fund actually is a little conservative because it hedges their equity exposure also. So at any point of time, this fund can actually hold anything from a 30% to a 80% of equity. I think right now it's around 50% odd. Now, it's a good fund. It gives you the tax arbitrage advantage. It's taxable like an equity fund. So going forward from 1st of April, when the budget kicks in, the act kicks in, more than 1 year of holding will be a 10% taxation for you, which earlier it was tax-free. So it's a 10% taxation on this. It's a good fund. If you want to add to this fund, you can actually do that. The fund has really done very well over the last many years. So last 5 years, you could have seen yourself. The fund would have delivered you a good, healthy return. But it's good to further diversify the portfolio. You have not clarified that what are the needs which you carry and what are the risks you need to take in the portfolios. But if you want to look at a pure equity fund, because you've already tasted equity for the last 5 years, so if you think it's a long-term money for you, you can actually even go ahead and look at a diversified equity portfolio and just create a couple of more funds in the portfolio instead of having only one fund. But otherwise, this is a good fund to hold and continue further.